This is Will County's News Talk Sports 1340 WJOL. It's Tuesday morning. It's time for the Money Talk radio show presented by our friends at NuMark Credit Union. Topic of the day today, funding futures with home equity lines of credit. We'll introduce you to our guests coming up here in just a couple of moments. I do want to remind you that the school year is upon us, the new school year, meaning more extracurriculars and carpooling. Might be time for a new car to keep up with it all. Let NuMark Credit Union help you with an auto loan. Rates as low as 5.25 APR or refi your loan so you can do more with your money this back-to-school season. Stop by your nearest NuMark branch or visit NuMarkCU.org to learn more. That's NuMarkCU.org. At the end of the program, we're going to be giving away a $25 Visa gift card, compliments of NuMark Credit Union. Be listening for some incredible and valuable information that you're going to get from Amanda and Yareli. And we're going to ask you to repeat some of that information at the end of the program. If you're the first caller on the Turk Furniture studio line at 815-254-7300, you could win, or you will win, a $25 Visa gift card courtesy of NuMark Credit Union. Amanda Feeney is a NuMark branch manager, and she joins us on WJOR Radio. Hello, Amanda.
Good morning, Scott. How are you?
I am fine. Good to talk to you again. And Yareli Perez is a Universal Service Representative with NuMark Credit Union. Hi there, Yareli.
I sure am. Good morning. How are you, Scott?
I'm fine. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. So, Amanda, as a branch manager, it's your job to what? Oversee operations day to day, right?
Correct.
Do you like it?
Of course. Constantly moving.
Constantly moving, putting out fires and helping people, right?
Putting out fires and, of course, helping our members, which is my favorite part.
That's the best part. Yareli, now, I don't know if I've ever met a Universal Service Representative before. What does that mean?
I'm your one-stop shop. I'll literally take care of that. That is funny. I like to say it like that because that's how it feels. Like, I'll take care of your transactions in the teller line. I'll open up bank accounts. I'll set up IRA accounts, and I also take loans for you.
So you're like a Jack or a Jill of all trades.
Absolutely.
I like it. All right. Now that I know, when somebody asks me what a Universal Service Manager does, it's somebody who does it all. All right. Well, today we are talking about HELOCs, or otherwise known as home equity lines of credit, and how we can use them for back-to-school expenses. For those that may not know, Amanda, let's start with you. Can you please tell us what a HELOC is exactly? What is it?
Of course. So a HELOC is going to be a home equity line of credit. We call it HELOC for short. It's like a credit card that's tied to the value of your home. You get approved for a limit, and then you can borrow and pay it back, borrow again during that draw period.
All right. What do you mean by draw period?
So the draw period, depending on which one you sign up for. So let's say you do a 15-year, you have a period where you can draw the funds, and then you have that line close, and then you have a period that you have to pay it back.
Okay. So it is kind of like a credit card, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
With a much better interest rate.
I was going to say, much better interest rate. And can you tax deduct a HELOC?
Now, that's kind of tricky.
Okay. All right.
So it's if you use your HELOC to repair the home, you can deduct.
Okay.
That tax. But I do recommend always advising with your accountant before guessing.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Home equity lines of credit. We are talking about back to school now. Can they be used for private school tuition?
Absolutely. It can be used for either one. So the funds aren't restricted. You can use them for your tuition from K to 12, your supplies, any other school costs that you may have from laptops, books. We all know those expenses. Those expenses can climb up quite quickly.
Right. And for college as well, correct?
Yeah,
correct.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So Once you get your home equity line of credit approved, how do families access those funds? Yareli or Amanda, whoever wants to take that one.
So they make those funds access through online banking. We can make those funds access to you either through check or make them available to you a debit card. So the funds are absolutely available for you to grab whenever you need it.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you have to get approved, though. You really walk us through the whole approval process when someone is applying for a home equity line of credit. Let's go with step one all the way through, I don't know, step 4 or 5, when you do get that debit card and can start accessing funds.
So as far as what do you mean?
Well, how do we apply? How do we get approved? How does all that work?
So for that, then of course we would have to sit down and speak to the member. We'd gather information based on their home, and then from there we take the information. We let underwriters know, hey, this is the situation. We're trying to get this person approved for this amount. Then once they're approved, we sit down. We go through the process to them, let them know, how everything, payments, all that, go to that with them, and then talk to them as far as letting them know how they want those funds available to them.
Right. And Amanda, it'll be up to the underwriters to figure out how much equity you have in your home, correct?
Correct. I mean, we will sit down with you and give you a ballpark, right?
Yeah.
But it's all dependent on when we do that credit pool and your credit worthiness on how much. But you will need enough equity in your home. We allow up to 80% loan to value.
Wow.
And of course, we need to ensure you have that steady income and a solid credit score.
Right.
I will say sometimes we do have to have an appraisal on the home as well.
Yeah. It's just like when you go to sell your home, you got to get it appraised.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right. And so the appraisal comes in and everything is fine and dandy. So let's get into some more qualifications that homeowners need to qualify for a HELOC. I think you mentioned good credit. What else?
I think one of the biggest things is just very important for us is your documentation. We do have documents when we do meet you to start the application that we provide you. We ask, it's just like getting a mortgage. We need you to gather all the following documents so that we can prepare it for the underwriters. So we're going to need pay stubs. We're going to need your tax returns. We're going to need statements from your checking and savings, any investment accounts you hold, those statements as well, your homeowner's insurance. I think we always provide clarification, as we're speaking with the member, just to ensure that they have everything prepared before we even actually submit the application.
Yeah, that makes sense. It'd be so much easier to have all that done. That makes it easy for you and makes it easier for them.
Correct. Yeah. So there's not as much back and forth.
Yeah, Yareli?
Right, and that constant just communication with the member.
Yeah.
That communication.
Sure.
It'd be a lot easier though if they have their mortgage through NuMark, wouldn't it?
Absolutely, because we can pull that statement for them.
That's right. You can.
Yes.
So that's a little tip for y'all. All right. You mentioned in terms of how much money people can typically borrow through a HELOC. You said 80% loan to value. Explain that.
Yeah, so with the HELOCs, it depends on your home's value and your mortgage balance. So just a little example I jotted. If you have a home, a $300,000 home, and you owe $180,000 on your mortgage, you could get around $60,000 for your home equity line of credit.
Okay. All right. That should be plenty, shouldn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, this day and age, depending on what kind of work you have to do or what you need. But I know
true.
we're talking about tuition right now, so that'll definitely be plenty.
Yeah, hopefully it will. All right. There's usually fees or closing costs associated with any type of loan or anything like that, including a home equity line of credit. So kind of walk us through what the fees and closing costs are.
So I think what sets us apart here at the credit union is NuMark will cover your closing costs unless an appraisal is needed. the only time an appraisal will be needed if we get the home value back and you push back on that, okay? Now, there is an annual fee of $50, and then the only other fee that it would be is if you close your line early, there's a small repayment fee. And when I say close early, if you open up your HELOC and you close it within 36 months, there is a 2% of the balance or $250, whichever is greater.
Okay. All right. So it's even if you sign up for a 15-year or anything like that, there's still a bit of a, I don't want to say penalty, but there is a cost associated with that.
If you close it early.
Yeah, if you close it early. Okay. All right.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, we offer two different ones. I don't know if I mentioned, Scott, I do want to just throw that out there. We do offer our 30-year loan, which is a 10-year draw and a 20-year repayment. That's an interest only, so you're paying down interest. And then when that line closes, you're going to start your repayment with principal and interest. Now, a more common one I will say is the 15-year loan. So that's a 5-year draw period and a 10-year repayment, which is principal and interest.
Okay. All right. So we're talking low payments. I mean, we're not talking hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month. I mean, you can get these payments down pretty low.
You can, just depending on how much you're pulling. You know, a lot of members do usually use the full line. I've seen payments on a $50,000 HELOC. You're paying about $600.
Okay. But that's kind of top end, right? $50,000.
That's variable too, of course, because your rate is based on prime rate.
Okay, so two different terms: a 30-year HELOC or a 15-year HELOC. Okay, that could come up again, so remember that, people. And now the big question: what happens if you can't repay the home equity line of credit?
So just like any loan,
Yareli?
Go ahead, Yareli.
No, because I was like, yeah, you could. I mean, you could lay, like she was saying, like any, financial institution, you could face late fees. This could damage your credit, and at the end of the day, this could result into foreclosure too, and that's something that you don't want to end up avoiding. So, if for whatever reason something's not working out, you can always call us, and we can try to always work something out for you.
Yeah, and I think that's what's important, and it's what we talk to NuMark about quite a bit, is you do become a member. It's not this massive financial institution with 800 numbers in other cities and other states and things like that. I mean, you can build a relationship with the banker, and Amanda, I know you'll agree with this. You get to know your customers, you get to know your members. Not that you wouldn't help a stranger, but it makes it easier to go out of your way to do everything you can to keep something like that from happening.
Of course. I mean, I know one of our punchlines is where you are family. We truly treat our members as if they were our family, and they are.
Yeah, it's difficult.
You build that relationship with them, and we're always happy to help. If we don't have a solution, we do have, a department who's made for that as well.
Yeah. Things happen, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Life, you know what happens, or I'll say life. I'll keep it clean. Life happens.
Yeah, life happens. The unknown is always unknown.
Okay. How long does the whole process, Yareli, take when someone decides, okay, I need this home equity line of credit? This can move pretty quickly if you have all the documentation.
I think that's something that maybe Amanda can answer.
Okay.
From start to finish, if you bring me, if you have all your documentation ready, we have, I would say, a 24 to 48 hour turnaround time, just dependent on the applicant and just ensuring that we have everything we need to move forward.
If you do need an appraisal, though, that will take longer.
That takes longer. Yeah. That could, depending on when the appraiser comes out, that's something that you have to schedule. When we get the report back on the appraisal. So that could be, I'd say up to 2 weeks, but that's just ballparking.
Yeah.
Because every scenario is very different.
Yep. Everything is different. That's why you got to be flexible.
Correct.
All right. So I think we've covered everything. Home equity lines of credit. If you are interested, you can give NuMark a call. Find out more at NuMarkCU.org. It's that simple. Talk to your local branch, talk to your favorite banker, and let's go from there. You don't need to talk to a mortgage representative, though, do you, Amanda?
Correct. So we actually, it has to be someone who is licensed with an NMLS, which would be our financial service representatives, and we do have some universal service representatives who are certified as well.
Ah, okay. There we go. There we go.
Yep.
All right. Well, hey, before we let you guys go, we'll talk a little bit about NuMark, and we hear members and people that aren't members or don't know anything about the credit union may not understand what that means. Yareli, can you kind of explain a little bit about the membership at NuMark Credit Union and what that implies and what that means for the customer?
Starting a membership with us,
or just in general? Yeah.
Okay. So as far as starting a membership with us, it really doesn't take much. We start off the membership with savings, which is you fund it with $5. That's part of your share for the credit union. It stays there. And then from there, once you have that membership set up, then that pretty much gives you the opportunity to any other services that we offer, that we have here. We have checking accounts, we have money markets, we have CDs, credit cards, personal loans, auto loans, everything. And at the end of the day, being able to listen to you, personally, me as a universal service representative, hearing you wanting to become a member with us, wanting to hear your story, what the reason, why were you brought here, and trying to help you as best as I can and guide you from there, building a relationship with you as best as I can.
There you go.
For all of the people here.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Amanda Feeney, Yareli, Perez. Ladies, thank you so much for your time today, and we'll talk to you again soon.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Have a great day.
All right, guys. Take care. A couple of real nice ladies,
well.
very knowledgeable ladies as well. Home equity lines of credit with NuMark Credit Union. Bunch of different options for you, a bunch of different ways that you could take advantage of these funds if you need them. So what we're going to do now, we're going to open up the phone lines, 815-254-7300. That's 815-254-7300. First correct caller on the Turk Furniture Studio line that can answer the following question. You know what it's going to be. I pretty much told you what it was going to be. There are two different terms you can get in terms of a HELOC. What are those two terms? 815-254-7300. It's 815-254-7300. First correct caller on the Turk Furniture Studio line, you are going to win. Again, 815-254-7300. 815-254-7300. Two different kinds of HELOCs, two different terms. What are they? Hi, good morning. You're on WJOL Radio. Who am I speaking to?
Terry.
Hi, Terry. Where are you calling from, Terry?
Joliet.
All right, Terry from Joliet. What are the two different kinds of HELOCs? What terms?
30-year and 15-year.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am.
Are you positive?
Yes, I am.
Would you swear? I don't want to bring lives into this or anything like that, so I'll just go ahead and end the suspense. Yes, you are exactly right. You have won the $25 Visa gift card. Nicely done.
No problem.
Terry, what's your last name?
Perkins.
All right, Terry, do you know where the NuMark Credit Union is in Crest Hill?
Yes.
All right, you can show up anytime after noon today or in any coming day. Give them your ID, and they'll give you a $25 Visa gift card.
Thank you.
Thank you, Terry. Thanks for listening, and we appreciate you playing the game, and congratulations. That's Terry Perkins. She's the winner of the gift card from NuMark Credit Union. I have one more bit of information I need to get to you. The school year is upon us, meaning more carpooling, more extracurriculars. It might be time for a new car to keep up with it all. Let NuMark Credit Union help with auto loan rates as low as 5.25 APR, or you can refi your loan so you can do more with your money this back-to-school season. Stop by your nearest NuMark branch or visit NuMarkCU.org to learn more. That's NuMarkCU.org to learn more.